counter, no. Zelda is your shoulders, my dots. Remember, I have pink hair. Come on. Oh wow, this is pathetic. Hey everybody, it's Nintendo ES100 here with Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we finished up all pre-Victory Road side questing, including the 7th Trick House, as well as a little bit of exploring, now that we can use the HM Surf after defeating Juan of Sutopolis City. And in this episode, after me stocking up on some Max Repels, we will be taking on the final dungeon before the Elite Four, Victory Road. So, anyway, I've got, as you can see in my bag, I have 15 Max Repels, which will be more than enough to get me through here. The only reason I'm using Max Repels for once is because I'm so over-leveled anyway, and it'll allow me to get through this with a lot less stress on my part. And also, as you can see, I've got my full team. This is my full team for the Elite Four. I might have a full team of 6 in the post-game, I don't know. This is just what I want to work with, because plus it frees up space for me to have my Wailord as my HM slave, because in Victory Road you are going to want to have Strength, Surf, Waterfall, and Rock Smash, which fortunately it knows all of them. Now there's also this is a 3-level dungeon. It's gonna have 2 of those levels are dark. You will have limited visibility, so if you want to use flash, you can. I don't find it necessary because I have a map in front of me right now, plus I already know this one pretty well because, admittedly, there was a failed recording, so it kind of gave me practice in the dungeon. So, anyway, I'll be leading off with Freezer because he is my lowest level Pokemon, and let me just switch Kaioken in right there, and, let's, get this dungeon started. Okay, here we go. Now, those of you who have played Super Smash Bros. Brawl obviously will recognize this song, so I'll let you listen to it for a second. Yes, in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, during Subspace Emissary, as well as on the Spear Pillar stage, this song plays, well, a remix of this song plays, in my opinion, a very good remix, and in this game it sounds pretty good too, in my opinion. I know some people don't like this song considering the sound capabilities of the Game Boy Advance, and this trainer right here, I just now remembered from the failed recording, I'm gonna want to lead with Kaioken in this fight, because he's got a Magneton, and it really pisses me off, because it's got Thunder Wave, and it's probably going to try and Thunder Wave whatever you send out first, but Kaioken will be able to take that thing out with no problem. Mainly because it's got 3 moves that are super effective on it. All of them, like, pretty damn powerful. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to use Dig. I don't care if it's a 2-turn move. It's double effective, well, quadruple, I don't even know, quadruple effect, whatever. See, and there's the Thunder Wave that really pissed me off in the failed recording. Anyway, now there's a couple of different paths through Victory Road, as well as a lot of trainers and some really strong Pokemon, including, you'll find stuff along the lines of Loudred, Whismur, you'll find, Makuhitas, you'll find Harayamas, I think you can, find Aeron in its evolved form Lairon, and then I think you can also find stuff, of course, along the lines of Zubat and Golbat. So, this dungeon, when it comes to wild Pokemon, is actually pretty diverse. Also, just with the trainer Pokemon, as you can see, it's already pretty diverse. I mean, a trainer actually using a Pokemon like, Magneton, and it's using Muk, so who knows, maybe this trainer came from the Kanto region, since it's using 2 Kanto Pokemon. I didn't even know Muk was even in the Hoenn Dex. I'm kind of surprised to find that out, but, anyway, it doesn't matter. I still took it out, but of course you could see that even with the crazy level advantage I had, I believe Muk was the special wall of Generation 1, while its physical counterpart was Weezing. Now, as you can see up here, there's a ledge. There's an item we cannot get yet, but we will be getting in a second, because if you just head over here, head up this staircase over here, across these couple of bridges. Now, okay, here's something that I find that's kind of funny that taunts you in this Victory Road, in this game. Besides the fact that you can cover up these 2 trainers just by standing on a certain place right here. This pathway right here under me, under this bridge, that leads outside. Yeah, it's that close already, but we have to go through all this crap that you'll be seeing in a minute. And a Max Elixir, not too bad. So anyway, let's hop down this ledge and actually go the direction that I would like to. And I will be telling you this, we're going to be seeing a very familiar face in just a second, so actually I'm going to switch back to put Freezer in the lead, just because it'll be very useful for this. And who is this Oh, look at this, it's Wally! Yes, that's who it is. Hey, Nintendo! I bet you're surprised to see me here. Well, yeah, actually, considering we haven't seen you since before the Mauville gym. I made it all the way here, and it's all thanks to you, just because you kicked my butt back in, like, part 16 or whatever episode it was. Nintendo, losing to you that time made me stronger, but I'm not gonna lose anymore. I'm gonna win for the Pokemon that gave me courage and strength. It sounds like he's singing a Pokemon opening. Okay, here I come! Wow, I made a reference to Brawl earlier with the song that plays in this dungeon, and now we got here I come! Just like Fox. Anyway, he will lead off with an Altaria. You will Wally, if you're not expecting this fight, Wally can really catch you off guard. And oh god, he's already using Dragon Dance. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, you might not even if you remember Wally from earlier, last time the only other time we battled him was before the Mauville gym, and he only had a level 16 Kirlia. Not a actually no, he had a no, it wasn't even a Kirlia yet. It was a Routes. I had a Kirlia at that point. But this time around, he's actually packing some heat. Well, kind of. He actually has a relatively decent team. As you saw right there, he had level 4 Altaria, and now he's got a Delcatty, which, admittedly, Delcatty sucks, actually. And I'm just gonna take it out with a Sky Uppercut, and BOOM! Love that attack. I just love the animation on it. In Generation 5, it looks so cool. And, something I learned about, Sky Uppercut, I know it works in Generation 5. I don't know if it works in some of the other generations, but, oh, also, here's that guarded wire that, like, if you remember the routes that he caught back in, Part 3 that I was really pissed off about because it took me forever to find my routes. Now I'm gonna get payback for that. Even though technically I got payback for that because it was all my dad's fault and I kicked his butt back when I took on that gym. But oh well, I still need to get revenge on Wally himself. And okay, I guess since Shadow Ball's physical in this game, I'm not surprised that didn't take out guarded wire. And yeah, as you can see, full restores, like a lot of trainers are going to be using full restores in Victory Road. So like as much as I don't like to say this, considering how many times I've said this in recent videos, they're stepping their game up. No pun intended, but thankfully, and I still think it's funny because, like, of course, Shadow Ball is physical in this game, and as you just saw, its secondary effect is a special defense drop. And hey, 2005 experience, 2005. I think that's the year. Wait, is that the year that Emerald came out? I don't know. But as you can see, PSI is trying to learn Dream Eater. I'm not going to learn that. Dream Eater is a relatively decent psychic move. It's very similar to a move like, say, Giga Drain or whatever. Basically, it only works when your opponent is asleep and you eat their dream and recover health from it. Of course, they take damage now. So the Dream Eater, wait, Future Sight. Haha, Future Sight failed. I guess Guarded Wire must have used that earlier. But anyway, yeah, the Dream Eater Hypnosis combo, it's not a bad little combo. And honestly, okay, this Roselia that he just used, it kind of reminded me I guess also because I was last couple of days I've been listening to a lot of intros from the Pokemon series, like this one guy's cover of Unbeatable from Advanced Battle. By far one of my favorite Pokemon openings ever. Great song, absolutely love it. And the thing is, I think I've explained this before, Hoenn is my favorite region. I mean, I love Black and White, I love Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, but Hoenn will always have a special place in my heart, mainly because actually the first Pokemon game I ever played actually was Emerald, and it wasn't even the copy that I own. It was actually wait a minute, let me read what Wally has to say. I couldn't beat you today, Nintendo, but one of these days I'll catch up to you. So then I'll be able to fight you, and you won't be talking about something completely different. But anyway, you actually will be able to come. I think you actually can, after beating the Elite Four, you actually can fight Wally again, which is just pretty cool. I kind of wish we could have seen Wally through a little more throughout the game, but oh well. But of course we got a trainer right up here. But as I was saying earlier, I really, like I said, the Hoenn region is my favorite region personally. And wow, a single Roselia, way to go. At least Wally had a respectable team with him. Like I was saying. Like I said, the first Pokemon game I ever played was Emerald. I had to play a section that you'll see later. It's something in the post game, but if you guys remember back when I was doing some of the dive exploration after Moss Deep, I mentioned my friend Judy, who got me into Pokemon. Now, of course, here this is the beginning of those two floors that you need Flash on, of course, and I'm going to be putting up another Repel up. It was I believe her little brother Matt's Pokemon Emerald game, and I remember playing through that. So I think it's because of that. And then like also when I got into the anime, okay, something I wanted to mention right here. There's a bit of a boulder puzzle that you have right here. You want to go over to this boulder first, and of course use strength to push it into this little cubby over here, and do the same thing with the other one, or else you would get trapped and you have to go up to the next level and come back down to reset the puzzle. There's also another puzzle like this right over here. You want to break these two breakable rocks, and then you want to push this first strength boulder down to pass through. And then there will be another trainer down there. As I was saying, actually, wait a minute, no, okay. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta redo this puzzle. But, oh well. You just go back up and reset the puzzle. Sorry, I had to slide a door closed real quick. As I was saying, also, when I got into I first got into Pokemon in 4th grade, and, of course, I started watching the show and everything, and I believe it was during Advanced Battle, which I think I mentioned before. That's why, one of the first gym leader fights I ever saw in, the, anime was when Ash battled Quan. Which I think is, like I explained, is also part of the reason why Quan is my favorite gym leader in the Hoenn region. But of course, here we got another trainer battle. But anyway, as I was saying, so I think that the combination of all that, it being my first Pokemon game, and that's when I got into the anime and everything, I think that's the reason my favorite region is the Hoenn region. Plus, in my opinion, it's got some of the coolest legendaries. Like, I really like Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre. I really like the Regis. Plus, in my opinion, it's got the most badass grass starter being Trico, with the whole stick in its mouth and Grovyle and everything. I remember it was really cool, and I really liked it. Swampert's really cool, and of course its base form Mudkip started a certain famous meme that I'm not going to mention at the moment. Also, of course, Blaziken. Blaziken's actually Blaziken's my favorite starter Pokemon out of all of them. And of course, right here we have a power point up, not too shabby, especially if you're using a Pokemon like Milotic, that if you're using a moveset similar to the one I'm using on it, where it has only 2 attacking moves. Now, this area right up here, I know for a fact that it contains a, what is it? What is it? It's full restore, so, if you got full restores already on you, which I think you can obtain by this point in the game, you don't need to go up in here, but I wanted to get all the items in this area just for completion's sake. But, of course, I also wanted to take care of this, trainer battle, and oh god, this Swellow's starting to stack double teams. Kind of funny that I was just talking about the anime and Advanced Battle, and one of Ash's Pokemon then was his Swellow, which is kind of another reason why I've always thought Swellow was really cool. Swellow itself actually isn't too bad of a Pokemon. It's got pretty decent speed, learns your typical flying type moves. It learns stuff like Aerial Ace, it'll learn Wing Attack, and it's basically like the Hoenn version of, say, Pidgey or Spearow. I would say more maybe along the lines of Spearow or Dodrio, just because it's got 2 stages, not 3, and overall Pidgeot was never seemed too good to me. But anyway, right there, as you saw, there was a Mawile. Something I actually previously never mentioned is that there are some Pokemon. Well, if you remember in Meteor Falls, there was a room that it was the only place in the entire game where you could encounter a Bagon. There are a couple of other places like that throughout the game where there's Pokemon with a very small encounter rate, but that's the only place in the entire game you can encounter them. Like, say, for example, the route in between Rust Burrow and Rust Turf Tunnel, there's a 4% chance you can encounter a Skitty, which of course involves a Delcatty, which you saw Wally using. That's a Pokemon that's not really worth it. Also, in Granite Cave, you can also find Pokemon like Nosepass, and I think in Ruby and Sapphire you can find Mawile. Another example of a Pokemon that's really not worth it. Bagon, on the other hand, like in Meteor Falls, Bagon is definitely worth it, in my opinion. Of course, since it evolves with Salamence and everything. Salamence, like I said, is basically the Hoenn equivalent of Dragonite, and we will be seeing a Salamence coming up relatively soon. Those of you who have played the game, you probably know what I'm talking about. I said that a lot, don't I? But since a lot of you probably have played Emerald before, I know for a fact there are quite a few people who have just subscribed to me just recently who are either doing Emerald or have played Emerald before. Anyway, sorry about this. I'm just referring to my map and everything, so I don't get too lost in here, because I want to be as efficient as possible in here. And of course, there goes another rappel, and so let's put that one up. That being the third one, and I'm already a decent way through this cave already, which isn't too bad. So let's see. What do I want to? Trying to think what I wanted to talk about next. Well, something that reminded me, in this room, the floor that we're on right now, there is going to be a trainer that we're going to be encountering that has an interesting little fun fact that involves him. Actually, there's two trainers in this floor that, have something to do with him that makes them kind of, interesting when it comes to not only their teams, but the other, and, hey, Ninetales! Hi, Naruto! Speaking of Ninetales, Ninetales in the first generation was actually very good. I believe it was also very good in, wait a minute. Was it as good in Generation 2? Okay, I know at least in Generation 1 it was very good because, in Generation 1 and I think Generation 2 they had, oh geez, that Ember did nothing. It was super effective and everything, but I guess that just shows how bulky, Regice is special when it comes to special defense. But, yeah, Ninetales was good in Generation 1 as a fire-type attacker, because back then the special was only, well, your special attack and defense were one combined stat, and thank God that, I was able to overcome confusion right there, or else that could have dragged on for a while. But anyway, I think I am going to want to swap out just so I don't have to deal with the confusion for that much longer. Even though a single Ice Beam could easily take out that drop, because I don't want to have to deal with, like, battle stalling out because of, like, confusion. But, crap, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm gonna go before I mention it. Oh yeah, your special stat in, Generation 1, or maybe Generation 2, I honestly do not remember, it made certain Pokemon extremely good. Like, for example, Ninetales, was very good. Now, actually, yeah, I think Generation 1 and 2 did have, a combined special stat. I think both of them did. But Ninetales was very good back then. The only reason it wasn't good now is because after they split up those two, into two separate stats, actually just a second, right here we'll find TM29 Psychic, which, so, that's a very good move. Of course, I have no need for it just because of the fact that the one Psychic Pokemon I have, or the Pokemon that really can use the most of it, already knows Psychic. And actually, now that I think about it, it learned Psychic back when it was a Kirlia, maybe level 26 or level 29, something around there. It was before Mauville. I know at least it had Psychic before I fought Wally before Mauville. Okay, actually, speaking of Wally, I know I'm jumping around topics so much, and I'll get back to something in a second, but okay. Actually, no. I will finish what I was saying about the special stat and everything. When it comes to the special stat, oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say about it. Well, yeah, after they had those two split into two different, stats, sorry, the Kecleon distracted me. I guess I can at least explain, as you saw, that was a little bit of, color change coming into play. Of course, I hit it with the Thunderbolt, made an Electric type, so the next Thunderbolt was resisted. And, okay, Ice Beam just take it out in one shot. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Level 60, I'm all for that, and 257, special defense, that's not too bad either. I'm okay with that. But like I was saying with the special stat, and why did I use Thunderbolt? Jeez, what is wrong with me? I guess I was trying to use anime logic where, Pikachu can still take out, like, ground types for no apparent reason. Like, for example, in, like, the first movie when Pikachu uses, I think, Thunderbolt or Thunder or something like that on a Golem and knocks it out in one shot when it shouldn't do anything, period. Okay, like I was saying, with this special stat, I know I've been jumping around back to this topic several times. After it was split into two stats, Ninetales got the short end of the stick, and instead of getting good special attack, it got a good special defense, which is not really what you want on a fire type. You want it to be fast, and you want it to be a powerful attacker. That's pretty much it. That's the way most of the fire type works. Just because its weaknesses, that's really the way you want to set it up. So, you know, this video is starting to approach roughly 20 minutes, and we're about halfway through here. I'll just have to remember to mention some of those topics I was going to mention in the next video. So, in this episode, we entered Victory Road, got a decent amount done, and hopefully in the next video we should be able to finish it up. Not too bad, Victory Road in 2 episodes. So this is Nintendo West 100 saying I will see you guys in the next video.